My dear brothers and sisters, how lonely are the streets. When I walk along, rather than say good morning, people jump off the pavement. In place of the warmth of a smile and a word of kindness, we have the rumble of deafening silence. The silence reverberates in the canyons, in the foothills, in the valleys, among the tenements and the houses. Have people ever been so isolated, distant, and remote? Let's ask ourselves, which one of us has a close friend, even a friend in whom they can confide? We are dazed, distraught, and distracted. In the 245th year of these United States, we've become a nation of strangers. And now, with more people working from home, we've become yet more isolated. Is it any wonder that people hate their jobs? And this is all the more tragic because purposeful, creative activity in conjunction with brothers and sisters is what makes us fully human. Social distancing, we've always had it. And then there is the hysteria. We see it everywhere. Indeed, it has reached a fever pitch. The social fabric is torn. There is a rise in deaths of despair from drugs and suicide. It is so sad that anxiety, depression, and suicide are at an all-time high. Unbelievably, over 70 million Americans, 42% of the adult population, are obese, and another 30% are overweight. Moreover, 15 million Americans are morbidly obese. Sadly enough, the average lifespan has fallen for the last 3 years. The birth rate is the lowest since they've started keeping numbers back in 1908. So, brothers and sisters, what else is there to do in the depths of winter but plant a garden? Plant a garden for early spring. So let's begin. Let's begin with a wonderful, magnificent lettuce called Winter Density. I've got this from Pine Tree Garden Seeds in Maine. So I'm going to be planting some Winter Density lettuce. It's a wonderful romaine. And let me give you a hint. With lettuce seeds, you don't cover the seeds. It's a tiny seed. Just leave it on the very top. Don't cover it. Then I'm going to do some green peas kale. Isn't that a wonderful name? Green peas. So here's some green peas kale, and I've got this from the Seed Savers Exchange. Wonderful, wonderful people. green peas kale. And I'm going to give this a bit of a covering. Green peas kale. And then I'm going to plant some spinach. This spinach I've got from Territorial Seeds, and it's called Olympia. Olympia spinach. It's a rather large seed. I'm going to cover the seed. Okay. And then how about some mustard? How about an heirloom mustard that's been in the Pfister family for generations, and it makes glorious yellow leaves which are majestic in salads. So Pfister family heirloom mustard. And then some beets. And I grow beets primarily for the green leaves. The leaves are beyond beet leaves are beyond compare for green drinks and for salads. So here's a Chioggia beet, and as you see, it consists of concentric circles of red and white. So again, a rather large seed, so I'm going to cover the seed. And then I'm going to do some chard. And here's a chard from Johnny Selected Seed, wonderful seed company in Maine, and it's called Charbel. So we're going to be doing some let's spread these evenly and cover it with a bit of soil. Okay, Charbel's chard. And then we're going to do some parsley, but of course, what garden, no garden could be without parsley. And let me give you a hint. Plain leaf Italian parsley is definitely the way to go. If you're a parsley lover, it's much more productive than the triple curled type of parsley. So plain leaf Italian parsley, and here's an improved variety, also from Johnny Selected Seeds, called Peony. Parsley. Parsley you have to be patient with. It takes 3 weeks for it to germinate. The other things we're planting here are all going to germinate within a week or so. But parsley, you'll just have to be patient, 3 weeks. But of course, please. And then some red Italian dandelions, a magnificent salad green. So Italian dandelions. And this is from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, wonderful people in the Midwest. Okay. And finally, how about a calendula? Calendula is a wonderful edible flower. And imagine this red, touch of red bluff calendula, imagine that tossed in your salads. Calendula. And it's a rather large seed, so I'm going to cover it over with earth. And that's it. And that's it. Now when I get home, the first thing I'm going to do is to water the flat. And then I'm going to, as soon as I've watered it, I'm going to cover the flat with a cloth, or it could be a plastic, but I'm going to cover it so the moisture will be retained. And every day I'll uncover it, I'll water it, and then I'll close it again. I'm going to keep it, you can keep it indoors, in your kitchen, underneath the kitchen table, in a sunny, on a south-facing window, or in a greenhouse. So, and all of these seeds, except for the parsley, will be up within 5 to 7 days or so. So, we've done it. We've planted our garden for early spring. And I am convinced, I am certain, brothers and sisters, that you will come through. Your forebears, the greatest generation, came through. They mobilized this great peaceful nation for war. They fought simultaneously 2 wars, one in Europe and one in Asia, and they triumphed in both. They rid the world of radical evil. And you've made a great beginning. You've made a beginning with your discovery of health-giving nutrition, with alive organic green drinks, with vigorous exercise, with intermittent fasting. You've begun with homeschooling. You've begun with community gardens, edible schoolyards, and edible landscapes. There is no doubt that you will come through. Out of the depths, you've chosen life. Let us go forward, brothers and sisters. Thank you. My privilege to share with you.